with a brutal beating over Neumont, 16-0 to start it out there on Train. What do you think we are going to see on Cash moving into the second map here?
Well, I definitely know we're going to see probably, we've been speculating that we think ASU is going to start on the T side, because you usually choose your, the losing team will choose the side of the next map. Or perhaps it might have gone the other way, because I don't know if this was indeed Neumont's map pick, then they actually might not get their pick side of this map.
Sure.
So I'm not quite sure exactly what we have in store for you, but I definitely think there's going to be a ton of momentum. Obviously, it's coming off of the back of a 16-0. So that's just an absolutely stunning victory for ASU. Those players are going to be feeling hyped. They're going to be feeling hot. Everybody's warmed up now. They've got map 1 under their belts. And now the real storyline here is whether or not Neumont are going to be able to recover, at least win, you know, a handful of rounds here and say, hey, we're not going quietly into the dark.
They are going to have to do something to shut down this momentum, and it is absolutely crucial at this point. After a 16-0, it's all about the fortitude. It's all about what you can do to stay vigilant moving into the next one. We're going to see the T side moving a fast one toward B, it looks like, and the opener, and it is ASU we find on the T side.
It's coming straight off the map of Train. The Train left the station, of course, and now it is hurtling towards Neumont. Aggressive brute force of the T's. That's going to be a fake going out onto the A site from Big Mills, trying to draw away some pressure, and it's worked because there's only one defender on the B bomb site. He's managed to find at least one before he goes down, and the bomb site will be taken. Wildfire opting to go very aggressive. Can't find anything. He's going to back off the site and play with his teammate, but they have 4 targets to find. Neumont looking like they have a great chance in this round. They did have a kit purchase somewhere now, but I don't even think they're going to need it. Schmitzel, nice 2K from him to clean it up, and this is the pistol going the way of Neumont, so they've managed to do it at least, to get on the board with a round, and what a way to do it. The pistol is going to give them so much advantage going into this first half.
A beautiful first round. They pick up their first in the series at this point, and it has to feel good. The first one in Cash, the first pistol, you get so much reward for this. Now they have the real summit to mount. They're going to have to shut down the eco buy, and actually it's not going to be too much of an eco buy, only some P250s, because they did get the bomb plant. They're looking for AKs in the next one. Yeah,
and Eric's going to be looking up to farm some cash here with that auto shotgun. Of course, you get $900 per kill with that weapon. 600 for the SMGs, and Ghost Skin's going to be trying to get some of his. He's a little bit pinned down, though, on the site, and will die to the Glocks and P250s, and the bomb will go down, which is a lot of extra money for the T's in the next round. That's actually a huge deal. They're going to have both grenades instead of just 1 or 2. Here we go, Eric on the site, but wait a minute. It's a 2v2 somehow. Wildfire close on the site. He's made it happen with the Glock headshots, picks up the auto shotgun, and somehow Frosch needs to retake this. What is going on, Savage?
This is an unbelievable round from ASU. The bomb going down so early, they took site so easily together. The trade coming out, only one player alone on the B bomb site, and the let's go shouts come out from ASU. They bring it back 1-1.
How many times in your life have you seen a Glock win a close range duel with a shotgun, with a Glock with no armor, mind you? What has just happened? Oh my goodness. Well, we were already getting ready to talk about the next round and how the AKs were going to be purchased, but we thought that Neumont would have the guns of their own. Instead, it's the USPs and 2 P250s for them. A devastating blow has been struck to them in this match. Maybe it's going to be another quick one after all.
Molotov coming out to take middle, not going to find anything. It's going to be played from Z. The back off is imminent, and now the mid control full for the T side. They'll be up highway onto the A site. The full steamroller and Jake from A main.
T's have clean entries. It was a B bomb site stack for the CTs. Very little defense towards the A bomb site. And Colo swinging around the truck is going to be finding plenty. Of course, the AWP only gets 150 per kill, so it's not a great gun to farm kills with, but it does look pretty on the scoreboard. Cuddly Spartan, nice headshot from him, taking away one gun from the T's as a price for their hubris, but I really don't know exactly what Neumont will have to do to put a stop to this relentless aggression we're seeing from ASU.
Already, Neumont look a lot more comfortable on this map. Their positioning is very telling in that scenario. Now the rifle's coming out, and a P90 on Ghost Skin. He's been the B player so far. Indeed, he is going to be on B, but Big Mills opens it up. He's been an opener all series long. Out middle and over drop. He's going to find himself one, see what more he can do. He knows there's one in Z. Utility coming out, and now the T's have so much control they can split anywhere.
You see 3 players hovering above the vents. At any moment they can rush into B, and Ghost Skin will have to go absolutely nuclear to be able to stop them. Instead, nice adjustment from Big Mills, spraying up onto Spartan on high. And Jake coming out of A main wasn't ready for it. He did get Mills before he fell as well. But once again, this looks very dark for the CTs. Molotov towards truck even seals them off. They need to save these guns that they have now because they're going to have nothing in the next round elsewise.
And it looks like they are going to have nothing. No save to be had. Eric knows that because of the momentum even of last game, he has to find more, and not quite. Jake swinging out with the trade, leaves 3 players alive for ASU. And again, momentum solidly in their favor as the economy for Neumont has been completely decimated.
You see the kill chart coming out there, absolutely in favor of the T side. ASU pick up their 3rd, and this is going to be an easy 4th for them. There's no armor at all on Neumont side. Big Mills has already gotten early sprays. He gets 3, and he gets a 4th actually. Just Wildfire has sacrificed for the Eco Ace. I'm sure it'll come in at any moment here with the Glock, but no, Eric denies it. No ace for you. That's something. Picks up the AK, and he can deal damage now. The one-tap potential in the head means that he doesn't even necessarily need armor to win fights.
I would almost certainly say this is going to be an attempted save, but it's going to be very difficult. The T side can come on the hunt at any moment, and only 22 HP and no armor is so difficult. You see the bullets raining in. They have a good idea of where his positioning is, kind of spraying through the angles, but they won't be hunting him. They'll just be backed off into mid, into the A site. They'll just let him keep this AK.
You say that, but Jake is swinging wide with the CZ, and Eric isn't quite ready for it. Of course, only 1 bullet was needed to take him down. He does do a lot of damage to Jake, but it's not quite enough. So once again, we will be seeing another gun round here. Let's see what the CTs decide to pick up. So only 1 AWP. They don't go for the double. That's just fine on Cash. It's a much different map than Train, of course.
CT side, it is still very important to pick up an AWP here, though, because it does give you so many positioning options. Mr. Spartan has chosen to take it into the B site, though. It's going to have to be a full rotation as the T side has already fully stormed the site. This round's already done and dusted, folks.
That's just absolutely over. Everything going the way of the T side, and Big Mills just can't be stopped in mid. He goes over boost. He comes out of the garage door. He just cannot be stopped when he is going to that location. He's absolutely opening everything up for his team. 11-4 is his score.
Indeed, a madman. CT side has been forced back on 2 pistols. They could have afforded a little bit more, I think, and still mounted a buy in the next one. But only 1 CZ in the form of Schmitzel. See if he can find anything. He'll be the most of the firepower minus the Deagle on Spartan, but he's already been spotted out, tagged up a little bit, and Frosch dropping in middle will be the first one to go, moving into the 7th round.
Nice looking off shots from Colo. Big Mills is going for more. Eric will find him, and he's going to get another AK to try to save, but you can see the T players already on the hunt, moving through CT spawn area. They are right behind him, right on his trail, and there come the shots from Jake. The CZ at long range is going to be enough to send Eric away into the night with nothing left. And it is starting to look like a cold, dark night for the CTs. Neumont College, of course, trying to do something here. Frosch has an AWP now. He's still on 0 kills. He needs to open something up for his team if they are going to get another round here on the board.
Double AWP set up now for the CTs means that they're trying to create a little bit more space. The peek coming in from White Box. Nothing is coordinated. Colo So low in HP, but that's a beautiful flick over from Cuddly Spartan on NBK and goes completely untraded. But now he moves too far out in middle, and Jake is finally able to shut him down. 4 versus 4, advantage to the T side.
Well, at least it's a trade this time for the CTs, right? That means they have a good chance at this one. 4v4, they're still not at too much of a disadvantage. Of course, because the CTs have to split up and defend both bomb sites, equal numbers of players still kind of advantages the T side. They can group up. You don't know where they're going to go. Nice job. Ghostskin opens it up on the CT. He's already gotten 2 before he goes down. Colo finally shuts him down on the back of site there, but the damage might have been done. It's just Jake and Colo left to try and cross to the bomb site. Colo, low HP, crossing in the open, and Eric can't find him. The AWP one-shot is so strong in those situations. Now it's a 2v2. It's starting to look like ASU just might be undefeatable. But Colo misses a shot, and he's going to need to hit more. Close range, no scope, can't make it happen, and can't make the quick scope happen either. It's going to be another round on the board for Neumont. They're going to need to chain several, though, to prevent the economic devastation of, economically resetting themselves here.
It's going to be a very tight scenario. 2 AWPs is all that is saved. They're going to have to drop over a couple of rifles. It's going to be low utility for Cuddly Spartan. And the T side has barely been affected. Some of their players still marking towards that 10K zone. And so with 8,500, on 4 players there, Neumont's going to have to pull themselves through a couple on some pretty bad weapons in order to mount a comeback into this one. A beautiful retake with plenty of time left meant that they had plenty of time, even with no kit for the defuse, though. They played their time very well. Molotovs in the right places toward back box, but now Eric has put himself in a devastating scenario. Pushed into A main with no help. He's taken down by NBK, and now it's going to be Neumont on the back foot yet again, the 4 versus 5.
And this is where we see a little bit of team chemistry, maybe not here. If he'd gotten flashed in by his teammates and just held his gun, he might have been able to get a 2K spray down there. Instead, he's alone fighting off from the cubby, and he can't find anything. So just Big Mills is just absolutely ripping everybody apart in mid, which makes it so easy for his team because there's nobody in mid to rotate to help defend the bomb site. And Jake and Big Mills, I just keep saying, 2 and 3Ks coming out for Big Mills almost every single round. And the T's seem to want to run away with it again on this one. So as you can see, if you saw a brief glimpse there of the ADR chart, it's not even close. The terrorists are just pumping out so much more offense right now than the CTs can withstand.
Big Mills is looking like a big man indeed. Such brutal plays coming out. He's going for yet another an opener headshot onto Spartan, completely blind in mid. Not too much of a feat considering he is only on a light pistol, but something to speak of nonetheless. His scoreline, I think he was 16 and 6 if I remember correctly, looking like an absolute madman.
They've slowed it down a little bit on this one, perhaps not wanting to get caught off guard by the CTs stacking in one location, drastically increasing the amount of firepower in a choke point. They can't possibly know what Neumont has in store for them. It's going to be very difficult for these P250s to really do too much, especially when they started to fall like flies. Nice job, NBK and Jake just peeking Schmitzel at the same exact time. And Ghostskin does a good job finding the head of Big Mills, finally shutting that man down, but Big Mills, of course, has Wildfires close by for the help, the assist, and of course it's an 8th on the board for ASU. It seems like we're counting again, Savage.
Indeed, it does. One of the things that I want to highlight from ASU is the utility usage. In comparison to Neumont, they're getting the flashes, they're getting the team assists, they're pushing the positions together with the utility. We've seen some great utility usage from Neumont's side, especially toward the B side, but as these A takes have been coming out, they've been meeting absolutely no congestion. Out they go, only one player dropping. It's going to be Wildfire on the ground, and Ghostskin left with the AUG. Shut down immediately by the A building.
And the T side is just moving so fast onto the A bomb site. Just disrespect CS coming out. They're not even deploying very much utility to aid them in taking. They're just swinging wide around those angles and finding the defense. Alone vulnerable and divided. Neumont need to change up something, or else they are going to have the most massive T side I think I've ever seen in my life to try to bring this game back. After going down 16-0 in map 1, they're now facing another very steep comeback in the second half already, let alone what we're going to see in these last 4 rounds of the half.
Here it is, beautiful utility yet again from ASU, and trading out together onto site. Big Mills in middle yet again, shutting down Cuddly Spartan, looking like a nemesis. That's a fast one on the head yet again. 2K on the round for him. It's going to bring us into the 13th round and double-digit scoreline for the T side.
Double digits, and we have no sign that they are going to be slowing down what they're doing. Look at their money. Oh, almost every single player close to capping out on the T side at that 16,000 limit to how much money you can have. Of course, they could die almost 5 or 6 rounds in a row at this point and still have guns, but there's only 3 rounds left on the T half, and then we're going to be reset back into the pistols. This time it's a little switch up. They haven't gone B very often, at least not in some number of rounds. And the CT defense is already completely outside of the site. They were playing it passive.
Spartan pushing in isn't going to be able to find anything through the smoke. Passive positioning and the retake scenario. It's in for the CTs, but they're going to find one opener at least. NBK, he's going down a little low as well. And now with the utility falling, they have a good opportunity to mount this one. Schmitzel peeking a little bit too wide, and Jake on the double. Fast headshot for him. We'll make it 3. Now it's going to be Eric. Only an auto shotgun to work with. NBK, I think he picked up 2 in the round as well. So beautiful plays, beautiful team play yet again from ASU as they move onto the B-bomb site. And a great switch up from them means that they'll find it nice and easy.
Well, I mean, the most difficult thing for Neumont right now is it seems like, you know, as long as ASU is just deathballing, then there's nothing that Neumont can do to really take, you know, keep them from taking a bomb site. So as long as the T's stay together and make trades, what can Neumont do? Once again, the aggression from Schmitzel just seems a little strange. Eric was so far away to help him, and then Eric's not even ready for the mid flank that has already come in. Big Mills has been sprinting straight up mid, basically unhindered for this entire game. They have complete control over everywhere on the map. So there's nothing that Frosch can do here. He might try and go for an exit and save a rifle into the next round. It's the only thing, it's the only chance he has left.
He's going to be wanting to look for Big Mills. Only 2 HP left for him. Means that he'll be able to take an AK, but instead he's going to run into the 100% NBK in a main, and indeed his head will be taken off.
Last round of the half here. You can see just massive discrepancy. So this is ADR.
Yeah, Big Mills really cleaned up the charts there on the average damage per round. He's moved in to over 20 kills, even in the first half, well over it. Always taking mid, but Spartan, recognizing his pattern, shuts him down completely. It's going to be fast for NBK, and it's not going to make it work. Not traded out either, 20 HP.
This is the last round of the half, but it's the best one we've seen so far from the CTs. That's a nice nade from Ghost Skin, going into checkers and obliterating Jake. And maybe it's a little bit too fast and careless from ASU. They let Neumont get one more round, which, I mean, this is definitely crucial. If we see Neumont able to pick up the pistol and the subsequent 2 rounds that are a lot easier for them if they win the pistol, then, I mean, 6-12, that's doable. We're in the realm of possibility.
Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. The pistol is going to be so important, though. It's so important that they don't get reset like they did in the first half. ASU made it look so good on their Glocks, and only a P250. Now, we're in a little bit more even matchup. Glocks, only 1 player with armor on the T side. Very interesting, but it's going to be fast up mid. 1 player already been found. Big Mills, the king of middle. And NBK chiming in as well for the CT side. It's going to be advantage for the Ts. And here it is. Looks like might be able to make it work as they move into the A site, and bomb will go down. 2 CTs left alive, and Schmitzel in a great position to catch rotators.
I have no idea if Wildfire is aware that he is, or Colo rather, is aware that he is here. Now he certainly does, but Colo has so far to go to get back towards the bomb. Jake has no help right now. Colo has found the kill, but he is quite a ways away. He's going to be sprinting in. Unfortunately, Cuddly Spartan, you just need to play time now. Let the bomb tick down. Get closer. That time, the dualies running around the corner. He's found Jake. He only needs to find Colo with the dualies, the meme guns, and he does it. A headshot on Colo. Nice job from them, picking up the pistol. Something goes the way of Neumont finally. It's not a complete shutout here.
Well, you said they had to do it, and they heard the call to action. The pistol goes in their favor. 4 rounds for the T side. Let's see what they can do with it. Little Bison buy, a little bit of a meme gun, but they're not going to meet much contention here, only pistols and armor. They have to make this work and trade it together.
I want to highlight, though, that the fact that you have a Bison against all players that have armor, if you don't manage to hit those heads, that's like 7 or 8 bullets it's going to take to kill somebody. That is so much accurate shooting you have to do. Rosh has found one head with the Bison before he falls, and it's the B side pretty much open for the taking. And Eric, this MP7 is much better at long range, and he's going to be in a position where he can use it. You can see one more CT trying to rotate in. I believe that's NBK. And he'll get sprayed down in the head. Just Wildfire left on the site. He does have a lot of stuff to make it work for himself. Could smoke the bomb, but instead it's just going to be the T's swarming him from either direction, making it happen. That's a 6th, or a 5th, sorry, excuse me. And most likely a 6th going to be coming their way as well. Neumont making the necessary steps here to bring themselves back in this best of 3.
Oh no, look at this from the CTs.
So
What
where's
are we
this
going to see here?
Mid?
I
Schmitzel,
I would
careful.
have to say so. I'm so scared for him. Here it comes. All of his health disappearing instantly. NBK with the final kill overall. So many nades doing damage to him. There are no assists to be found.
Well, and he had no teammates coming out mid with him too, so the AK is retrieved for free. Nice job though, Ghostskin, 2 critical headshots. That's going to shut out any chance the CTs have at really making a retake here. I think they're going to look to save this AK and Colo. It's very, very, very valuable to have one of those on the CT side, but hold on, because the CTs are still creeping. Maybe they want to take away some more guns, at least the players that have just pistols to their name.
Wildfire isn't going to check the back angle. He's going to get taken out instantaneously from Eric. It's nice to see him chiming in on that auto shotgun. Colo is indeed going to be trying to save this AK. A big economic boost for his team moving into the next one. They'll have guns, but it's always nice to have that little bit of a bolster.
We're just using it.
Excuse me, a little bit of the bolsters, right. Okay, only a 6-round deficit now. We've clawed it back. Neumont within striking distance. They do have a couple rounds they can still lose and manage to close out this game and take us to a 3rd map. Definitely going to be needing Frosh, who is currently on 1-17, to do a little more for his team. He needs to be stepping up, getting higher on the scoreboard. If not, it's basically a 4v5, and that is almost impossible in any circumstance, even when your players outskill the others.
Jake and Big Mills are going to open it up yet again. I feel like I just keep saying these names, and Colo, one more for the side. And this round has already been completely shut down. The T's are going to make the best of it. Bomb is going to find its way onto the B site. There's going to be some congestion meeting them from the rear lines. Bomb is going to have to make its way onto site. Finally goes down after such a long journey across A main. Wildfire, beautiful flick over onto the head, and now they only have to find Spartan. Big Mills through the box, no problem at all. Gonna have the defuse kit as well. Plenty of time means that they'll be picking up a 13th and the first gun round in the second half.
And this might be the bell tolling for Neumont. They're going to be fighting a much more uphill battle now. The CTs are going to be able to buy multiple gun rounds in a row, and we've seen very few rounds when both teams have had rifles, have had full equipment, that Neumont have been able to struggle through and win. So they're going to have to show us that they can reach higher heights here on Cash. Big Mills pushed up close mid, and they don't even know. Of course, he's found basically everything he needs to, working with Jake and Wildfires. There's a 3-man CT defense in mid, and that's where 4 players in the bomb just funneled out into an absolute death trap.
Spartan is going to have to do something truly Spartonian in order to take this one, and that's a good way to start it out. 2 fast ones on the AWP, no map control to work with. Bomb is down in middle, has to make a really brutal go of it. It might just be a save in this scenario, but 1 minute and 5 seconds is such a long timer to wait.
Well, he has lost control of the bomb, and that's the biggest hesitation for him. Is it's very hard to go around corners with a single shot gun. It's impossible to multi-frag with a single shot gun like this. So if the CTs are set up around the bomb, it's going to be basically impossible to kill more than one of them before, the CTs are able to overwhelm you. So Spartan makes the right choice, saves the gun into the next round, still creeping around. He needs to be careful. If he goes a little too far, he might get caught out. There's only 30 seconds for him left. At this point, it would almost be impossible to pick up the bomb and run to a bomb site. He is going to just be backing away. Couldn't find any more CTs to take with him into the next round. So a 14th here picked up for ASU. Sun Devils just completely bedeviling the local Neumont College.
Cuddly is going to have to try extremely hard to stay alive. In this scenario, I thought that one of the CTs was about to push him from B main, but it's not going to be so. They don't want to lose any of their monetary momentum. They don't want to give even an inch in this scenario because they'll be moving into the finals. If they're able to close this one out, they're only 2 rounds away. CT side here of Cash. Double AWP setup coming out. 2 AKs to work with as well, and the buy is terrible for the Neumont side.
You never want to see 4 SMGs on the offense when you're facing down things like this. It's going to be so difficult for the AWP. The spacing isn't great for the T side, and they can't try and rush down the op even. He has nice spacing between when he has to take his shot, so he's able to reset and get a second frag as the T's try and rush towards the B bomb site. Nice job. Spartan was lurking in B main. Jake peeks for a little bit of information and gets blown away. And the bomb has quickly moved back towards A where there's only a solo defender, but Eric has a knife out. And MBK just barely giving away his position, but Eric needs to plant, not fight. He's the one that's carrying the bomb. He's going to give his team a little more time, finally gets the bomb down. Into the post plant, about 40 seconds left till it explodes. What can the CTs do?
They're going to have to do something heroic. The positions are so beautiful here for Neumont, but they're shut down quickly. Frosh able to make a trade, but he still has 2 AWPs to find, and he's stuck in Squeaky. The positioning isn't going to work out. He doesn't have sight of the bomb. He has to push all the way out, and Colo will make quick work of it. They move to map point, and looks like a good chance to close this one out in the next one. 2 AWPs saved over for the CT side. The economy is booming.
The economy is indeed booming, and it looks like there will be quite a bit of money on the T side, despite the fact that they've just been losing round after round here. So it's going to be a couple rifle pickups, double scout. Also, the scouts buying upgraded pistols as well, so they can rush people down without having to worry about resetting. The scout, that's a nice headshot from Ghost Skin to open it up. Let's go towards the B bomb site, he says. Follow me. He's going to try and open up more. Nice job. Spartan has found with a different scout as well. So the CTs put on the back foot here very early in this round.
Mid control for the T's means that they're going to be spread thinner than ever. See the CTs 2 toward B. They're going to make it work though. MBK finding Frosh. 3 versus 3 is still a slight advantage for the T side here, especially with these long rotations from the CTs, but it looks like they have the read. They're moving over toward A. It's up to the T's. They have to split this perfectly. Eric is able to make 1 work, but not 2. MBK shutting down, making it 4 in the round, picking up the shot with the Deagle, and it's going to be GG from the NBK position, making it look good and in style.
Yeah, for those of you who don't play CS, it's pretty funny because there's a professional player called NBK. That spot is named after him, and NBK winning the round from that position. Pretty cool little tidbit there to close it out for you. So ASU showing us why they are here, and they mean business. Wow, just absolutely sweeping Neumont aside. Just not much in the way of a fight coming out from our the local private college here.
Yeah, it's been an uphill battle the whole way for them. Unfortunately, they fell a little bit short. ASU making it in good fashion toward the finals, which we'll see tomorrow.
And that will be, because our first best of 2 is closed out so fast, the second one will be coming up, I believe, after a short break here.
Yeah, we'll just move into a quick 5-minute break, and
go
right
anywhere.
after that, we'll move into the next semifinal match.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing University of Utah play Weber State, 2 more local colleges. It's based in Salt Lake City and a little bit up north, of course,
Yeah.
Weber. And yeah, so that should be a banger as well. Definitely looking for good things from the U and some familiar faces as well. We do know who they are.
Yeah, so we'll see you in just a few.